Okay, we're back again. Freaking YouTube, man. I'm still in that trade, by the way. I've just been focusing on the YouTube. Let me get the screen up. All right, let's see what the hell's going on. YouTube, well, you're killing me. All right, a bunch of sellers did come in. I'm still in that trade. Ton of sellers came in. Again, let's see if we can squeeze them out one more time. Buyers are still happy to transact. If we get any lower, I got to get out. YouTube, why are you doing this to me? YouTube is, I don't know if it's, to be fair, my internet did drop a little bit, but I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. You just want more likes. Exactly. Exactly. I'm like farming. All right. Internet sucks sometimes. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know, man. It's been good all day, and then out of nowhere, just the internet started going rubbish. Okay, I'm starting to like what I'm seeing here now. I think the sellers are eventually going to give up. I may even add another contract, to be honest. I'm going to add another because I really like that volume distribution. I love how those sellers got trapped very quickly. And now my stop can be there, I think. I haven't actually placed a stop, have I? I think the sellers might actually give up now. They tried it one last time. They really failed. I think buyers are going to squeeze out these sellers and push this market up. Your audio is pretty choppy. Hey, if it's just the audio, then I'll that's fine. But anything more, as long as it doesn't freeze, as long as it doesn't disconnect, I don't care if it freezes a little bit. That's fine, but just stay connected. You know, I'm not running any other software. I'm not doing anything that's like, did you ever think to use a LAN cable? I could use a LAN cable. The thing is, my router is like on the opposite end of the house, annoyingly. Maybe that doesn't help. But normally my internet's fine. Like I only had this issue a couple of times, like really early on. Um, Boom, right there. Sellers are getting stopped out, right? Just as we cross those highs, you're seeing sellers, the volume peak. Sellers are still trying to come back in, but not as aggressively as they were. I think a lot of, the original sellers, people who are willing to short, are starting to slowly give up. There's still a few people still holding on to the dream of pushing this market down. But we want to get above them. If we get above them a few more times, I think they're going to give up and the sell pressure is going to die off. And then once it dies off, we'll get a bit more of a move. Stop spending all your money gambling with us and pay the internet services. Hey, they get paid enough, these damn internet people. And they advertise, oh yeah, you get this speed, and then the reality, I get absolute shit. Can I use this footprint on the US 100? Yes, it will be called NQ though. You can only use it on the futures side, right? It's the same volume as Nasdaq Futures. No. So US 100 is a CFD, so it's just tick volume. There's no centralized exchange. It has to be on NQ on the futures if you want the real volume. Man, SP ticker, stop shorting against me, please. I beg of you. Let this market go up. All right. Look, the sellers are still trying to come in, but they're not as aggressive as they were before. And as long as I want to stay above them. All right. I don't want to give them any, I don't want another rotation down. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to get out this market because I'm starting to see buyers are just struggling that little bit because the buyers aren't really coming in that aggressively either. Right. And all the big buying, well, just as I said that, they came in aggressively. So thankfully, thank you, buyers. These guys have got to hold the line. Hold the line. You are It's all on you now. 429 buyers. The future is on you. Can you do me a favor and hold this line? Sellers, don't you fricking dare. Come on, sellers. Just give up. Give up. Let go. It will be painless. Just let go. There it is. They're letting go. Come on. And just as I said that, they're still trying to come back in. They haven't. I don't know what it's going to take for the sellers to actually give up. I mean, maybe if we break these highs, they'll see it as okay. Maybe this isn't going to go down anymore. It's all down to what people perceive as, whatever their perception of things are. Generally speaking, eventually at some point they give up and then the market can just go up, because they stop adding pressure in the market. But I wouldn't say they're as aggressive as they were. They've held off a bit more than they were. It's not that many sellers as before, but they're still trying it. But what I do like is the volume distribution. You see how sellers are majority at the bottom of the candles? That's good, but we still got a lot of our, friends here. These buyers, we want to get them out of trouble. There we go. Get them out of trouble and get this market up a bit. Come on. Let's just, boom, pop up. Just pop up. Give me a pop. I want to see more aggression from the buyers as well, to be honest. Because buyers aren't really that aggressive. There was a few aggressive buyers. To be fair, these guys, I mean, fair play to them. They're my hero right now. They came in at the right time, just as I was losing hope and I was about to say, I don't think they're coming in. They came in and saved the day for a short period of time. So realistically speaking, again, my stop can now kind of be below those buyers. If they get squeezed out, because their stop is probably below their entry now at this point, potentially. If they get squeezed out, I too will be saying goodbye, because they're really the only buyers in this market. I know we got a smidge here and there, but they're the original buyers, the buyers who kind of trying to get the move up. So these are my allies at the moment. Come on. All right, you're going to have to defend now, buyers. Allies? Come on. I don't want to see that spike up into the sell volume, because that means they're exiting. I don't think maybe a few exited, but not a lot. We didn't see a big spike in sellers, which is good, but we'd rather see more buyers come in than sellers, because if we see sell volume on that level, we know that's our allies here. I don't want to see it spike. No! No! They're getting stopped out. They got out at break even. My allies have left, meaning I too shall leave this market. Unless they're willing to come. Nah, they're out. Come on. My allies left. They got stopped out at break even. I wanted to see buy pressure come in, not them leave. Why are you leaving the market? We were almost there. You could have done it. Now a few more buyers are coming in, but these guys are out the market. We know they got stopped out. Look at the volume spike there. We know they got stopped out. Granted at break even, but now fresh buyers are coming in. I could have held, but there was a good chance it could have flooded down there, to be fair. I want to see the lows taken out. SP ticker. You and your buddy boys are being very, very savage today. You and your cell crew. They're not giving us any room to breathe right now. May I ask where are you from? Are you British? You have not. I live. Yes, Daniel. I live in the UK and grew up all my life in the UK. Hence the accent. I have size on my side. The question is, I mean, look, it's still a battle here. Buyers may come in and attempt to get it back up. But I think if we get a bit further down, I think the sellers are just a bit more happy to come in than buyers. They're just a little bit more, well, they're more aggressive, you know. Sellers are happier to transact than buyers. And that's, I mean, that can change. But when the only people who were really kind of, on your side when they have left, now we have to wait for a fresh set of buyers to come back in order to get this market up. And I'm not seeing any buyers right now really coming in. We had a few here again, but now there's a few more buyers kind of seeing it. But this looks very choppy and rangy because we know sellers are still happy to sell, especially at the highs. We know sellers are still happy to sell. So, all right, buyers can come in a bit, push it up a bit, and then sellers come back in, push it down, and then we get a range. And we go up and down for a bit. So it becomes anyone's game again, 50-50, So it's a bit of annoying. Again, sellers pushing it back down again, and it's just a tight range. There's no winner right now. All right, let's figure out another game plan. I mean, I don't really have another game plan, to be honest. We're kind of. I think sellers just want it more. I might start flipping and start looking at potentially shorting it because the sellers just want it that little bit more than buyers do. And you can see it in the cumulative, actually. But buyers are more efficient. Because in the cumulative, look, we started this range. So basically this whole area here, right? This little choppy 1 minute range. We started it around 2,229, say 2,000 contracts on the buy side. We're currently at 440 on the buy side. So a hell of a lot more sellers have come in than buyers. Sellers want it more, but they're not very efficient. Buyers are more efficient. So if they really wanted it, they could push this market up. That's why it only took, a little bit of buyers to come in, and we actually were able to kind of get the market up. But unfortunately, sellers just kept coming in. And then these buyers exited. They're now out the market. And then we had a little bit more buying come in, but overwhelmingly, it's mostly sellers. It's all big sell numbers. They are less efficient. So I do believe that if buyers do come in really heavy, they are going to get this market up. But the question is, will they come in heavy? And there's no way of predicting that. I mean, that's down to people. That's down to whether someone is willing to hit the buy button. And you just cannot predict it. I mean, we can hope, but we can't. It's not like it's a hard thing to predict, whether buyers will come in. So by all means, you can buy, but you'd have to have a super tight stop because the efficiency is more on the buyer's favor. So sellers can keep coming in heavy and heavy, but they're struggling to get the market down, to be fair. So you can potentially run it. in anticipation that buyers, if they do come in, they're going to get this market up. Does that make sense? But it would be a total front run trade. In all seriousness, we have a 5-minute candle close above VWAP anchored at the high of the day. I will close my position. Interesting. Okay. Efficient. All the Deutsche pay attention. Internals are still bullish with tech and financial positives on the day. Combined, these sectors are almost 44% of the ES. Yeah. So if tech is still very bullish, all right, so that means the NQ is going to be very bullish. Did anyone get on Raspberry Pi today? Wow. Has their stock like shot up? What did Raspberry Pi do again? They're like computer. They build those little computer things. I don't know. I know it's like programmable little, not chips, but I don't know. Like you can build anything on a Raspberry Pi, right? Nice computers, yeah, that's it. So I wonder why their stock is up. Is any reason for that? If you use the footprint without buying the CME data, it still shows numbers, but they're all different from your. Yeah, because it's just tick data, Daniel. Then it's just tick data. So all it's doing is every time the market ticks up, it counts it as one buy. If it ticks down, it counts it as a sell. But it's, I mean, look, is it useful? I guess to a certain degree you can use it, but not for the kind of trading we're doing. It's no, my connection's unstable again. Stop. Do not disconnect. Please. Please don't disconnect. Ah, fuck, I feel like I've disconnected. Let me ask. Ah, please. Am I live? Oh, thank fuck. I got the dreaded your connection's unstable little bullshit buffering thing. Whew. Here is a question for you. Which one leads the market? Internals or futures? It's a good question, actually. I feel the futures. I think it depends. Both of them can lead, man. It depends on the situation. But I think day-to-day, intraday trading, I think it's mostly the futures contracts that lead. Unless something gigantic is happening, something, you know, in particular of one particular stock or whatever, that can have an effect, especially on like the Mag 7, you know, any of the big ones. But day to day, kind of just general trading, I think it's mostly the futures lead it. All the noise, essentially. It's still not giving up. But you see, buyers are willing to more. Buyers are being a bit more. They're a bit more patient. The buyers, they're waiting for more, you know, lower down, and then they're willing to kind of enter. They're not that happy to enter higher up. That means they're more cautious. The buyers. That's probably why that much aggression when we were higher up here. But as we dip down, buyers are a bit more happy to kind of, you know, get a better price. So they're a bit more cautious. Where sellers are kind of very much like, we'll sell near the lows. We don't give a shit. We just want to get this market down. They're being a bit more aggressive and a bit more dangerous.